Be anxious for nothing, but in everything with prayer and petition, with thanksgiving. Well, hello. With thanksgiving. Did you know that anxiety and gratitude cannot share the same heart? They can't. It's absolutely impossible. When a person comes to see me and they have all kinds of anxious issues, I've got a little exercise. They never want to do it, but I don't let them leave my office until they do. They're sitting there listing off all their problems, all their concerns, everything that's gloomy and dark and bad. And I say, hold on, time out. And I get a piece of paper and a pencil, and I say, would you give me a list of 10 things for which you're thankful? It's funny how they don't want to do it. Because there's something that's kind of, well, anxiety is a bit addictive. It becomes a fuel within us. It's a negative fuel, but it becomes a fuel. And we like to focus on the bad. So to get somebody to turn their attention away from the bad onto the good takes a little focus. And so I say, you're not leaving my office until you give me a list of 10 things. And so stubbornly, they begin to write. Well, I do have good health. Well, we are paying our bills. Well, you know, my kids are great. Well, he's not the perfect husband, but you know, not bad either. And little by little by little, you could just see their countenance begin to shift. You know what I'm talking about? Gratitude does this. Gratitude does this. Friend, you can do this anywhere you are, at any time of the day. And you will see that anxiety and gratitude refuse to share the same heart. I have a friend named Jerry. He's 78 years old. We play golf together. And he often shoots his own age. If I ever do that, I'll have to live to be 100. But Jerry's the happiest guy, such a happy guy. And those who know his story are surprised how happy he is. He's a retired dentist in San Antonio. He retired after a really successful career. He and his wife, Ginger, had every intention of using their retirement to travel the country. But soon after the retirement, she was diagnosed with Parkinson's, and it progressed rapidly. They have caretakers who come and allow Jerry to have a few minutes away from the house, but most of the time, Jerry is with Ginger. And all those dreams of traveling the country are gone. Not long ago, I said, Jerry, how do you stay so upbeat? I mean, people with far fewer problems have far greater anxiety than you. How do you do this? And he said, well, every morning when I wake up Ginger, we have a cup of coffee, we sit on the side of the bed and we talk. And then I say, Ginger, do you want to sing a hymn? He said, I always ask her, though I know she'll say yes. And she says yes. And then I'll say, what hymn do you want to sing? And she'll say, let's sing Count Your Many Blessings. There is something, friends, about counting our blessings that lifts us up out of the valley of despair and helps us move forward into the day. So it's real simple, isn't it? We make a big deal out of God. We celebrate His goodness. We ask the Lord for help. We leave our concerns with Him, and we replace our negative thoughts with grateful thoughts. And then lastly, just one more. The apostle says, meditate on good things. Meditate on good things. And then this kind of a lengthy paragraph of items upon which we can meditate. Finally, brethren, whatever things are true, whatever things are noble, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are of good report, if there is any virtue, if there's anything praiseworthy, meditate on these things. Meditate on these things. Focus on these things. Let these things become the primary point of your thoughts. How many of you know that just because you have a thought, you don't have to think it? Did you know that? Someday I'd like to write a book called Think About What You Think About. Don't you steal my title now. Just because you have a thought, you don't have to think it. We need to learn that because there is a portion of our population that thinks, okay, here comes negative, anxious thoughts, so I got to dwell on them. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. You take every thought captive and you make it stand before the authority of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
So when those anxious thoughts come, you walk them right up into Jesus and say, Jesus, am I supposed to think this? Meditate on good things. One of the toughest days of my life found me in a diner in Dalton, Georgia. I was 19 years of age. And on the promise of quick cash and new sights, I had taken a job selling books door to door to door. There I was, 1,000 miles away from my West Texas home, in the mountains of Georgia, where I knew no one. My first night, I found a bunk at the Salvation Army where I slept, and the guy over my bunk rolled over and threw up. The next day, I went out for my first day of being a door-to-door salesman. Hello, I'm Max. Slam. Hello, my name is Max. Slam. Hello, I'm Max. Slam. Nobody told me that people don't like door-to-door salesmen. By noon, I was just depleted. I found a diner and I nursed my bruised ego into a booth. I ate a hamburger and then I thought I got to go back out. And so I went to the checkout to pay for my burger, and there was a display of magnetized rubber truisms. You don't see them as much as you used to, but you could buy these little magnetized rubbery quotes, and you could affix them to, your refrigerator or the stove or anywhere, a little quote. Am I making sense? You know what I'm talking about? For $1, you could buy one of those. Well, there was one that really caught my attention. It was shaped like a lemon. And I bet if I start the quote or the truism, you'll be able to finish it. Okay? When life gives you a lemon, did you buy one too? I'd never heard that. I know it's folksy. It's homespun. But it's true. I bought that little thing and I affixed it to the metal strip on my 1973 Plymouth Duster. And throughout the day, I would rub my thumb over that little quote. And I realized life had given me a lemon, but I could make lemonade. I made it through the summer. Now that was goodness. I'm 68, I was 18. Somebody do the math. That was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. But you know what I've learned? Life still gives lemons. It does. It gives lemons to old people. It gives lemons to young people. It gives lemons to men, gives lemons to women. Gives lemons to the, The rich gives lemons to the poor. Life comes with lemons. But you know what else I've learned? We don't have to suck on them.